And we are back. Welcome to the first episode of the Women's Euros Predictions series. We are bringing it back. We are doing it daily once again after how successful the Nations League series was. However, it's going to be a slightly different one today. This is not going to be my predictions for the first match day. This is actually going to be my predictions for the whole tournament. Who I think is going to win each group, finish second, etc, etc, all the way through the knockout stages up until who I think will eventually win it. Obviously, as an England fan, you may see some biased predictions at some point during this video. But honestly, the tournament is in England. I think we have a really, really good chance of going all the way in this one. And if you are an England supporter, if you've been a little bit unsure about women's football in the past, this is a great opportunity to get behind the country, get behind the women's football team. Because genuinely, I do think we have a great chance of winning this one. And it'd be great to see the whole nation come together behind this team, like they did for the men's team last summer before it all tragically went wrong in that final. But the way this is going to work is I'm going to be using the FootMob prediction app. You can get this either on the computer, which is what I'm doing, or even on your phone. And one of the best things about it is that you can do leagues. So I'm going to be setting up a league after I have done my predictions here. And I will put that both in the description and the pinned comment of this video. So you can put in your predictions on there as well. And see if you can beat me. It's all done on a point scoring system based on what you've predicted when. So, without any further ado, let's get straight in to the leagues for the Women's Euros. And we do start with England's league. And it's actually already set up exactly how I wanted it. I think England should win this group pretty comfortably, to be honest. They are a far stronger side than Norway, Austria and Northern Ireland. And then from there, from the research that I've done, it just sort of appears that Norway are a slightly stronger side than Austria, and then both are significantly stronger than Northern Ireland. Obviously, no one wants to see Northern Ireland get significantly battered every game, but it does sort of look like that's where it could go based on recent performances from the respective sides. On to Group B, and it really is a toss-up between Germany and Spain for this one. Denmark are a stronger team than Finland, but both are significantly weaker than Germany and Spain. So I really think this is tough to call. I think this purely comes down to the game between the two sides. I am just going to edge it in Germany's favour from what I've been seeing in the recent form and what pundits have been saying. Germany are a very good tournament team. They are a team on slightly better form than the Spanish. So I'm just going to edge it in their favour. But it wouldn't surprise me to see it be that way round. But just for now, I'm going to edge it in Germany's favour. Group C, I think, is the other one that's quite tough to call. We have the highest ranked team in the tournament, which is Sweden, currently ranked second in the world rankings. But we also have the defending champions of the Netherlands, and the Portuguese are no pushovers either. I am, however, going to put them third, as I do think it, again, kind of like the Spain-Germany, it is a toss-up between these two. Unfortunately for you, Dave, we are putting Switzerland rock bottom, and they are going to sadly drop out at this stage. As for the top two, it was going to be close until England beat the Netherlands literally 5-1 the other day. So a fantastic result for the English, a really poor result for the Netherlands going into this tournament. So with that sort of being the deciding factor in my mind, I am going to go for Sweden to win the group. Like I say, they are the top seeds as well, so you would probably expect them to win that group. And finally, we have Group D, which is Belgium, France, Iceland and Italy. Again, England played Belgium in a warm-up game the other day and England beat them significantly. I don't think the Belgians are as good as the French or the Italians. So I am going to pop Belgium into third spot. I'm going to put Italy and France into the top two positions. I'm going to put Iceland bottom. Again, they're kind of like Northern Ireland in that they're not really that strong a side and they'll probably get beat reasonably comfortably by the other three teams in the group. As for the top two themselves, I am going to go for France. The French have won every single women's match for over a calendar year now. So I genuinely think out of all the teams in the tournament, they are probably the team to beat right now. They'd probably be my favourites for the tournament as it stands right now. But where we go from there, you will see shortly. So that is how I think the groups will end up. Let's move in to the knockout stages. So we have first against second in all of the respective groups, and you won't be surprised to hear that I am going to go for a home win. I say home win, a first place win in all of these respective games, but this is not without merit. Again, Sweden are the top seeds. They should really be beating Italy. I think Spain would be a really, really tough game for England, but I would expect them to win. Recent fixtures, England have had the better of Spain. And again, with the home crowd, I really think we should be beating Spain. So I'm not going to give them any excuse for losing to Spain, and I'm going to go for the win there. Again, Holland, defending champions, coming up against the French. I've just given my reason that I think the French are the team to beat. So no real surprise that I'm going to go for a France win on that one. And kind of similar to the Sweden-Italy game, Germany should just be too strong for Norway. I expect Norway to get through the group, but coming up against a top-level side like the Germans, it's not going to be enough for them. So, on to the semi-finals. And this is where it gets really, really interesting. So, we start with Sweden and England. And if I took my unbiased hat off, I would probably go for a Sweden win here. However, I am going to be biased, and I do think that if we do win the group, we do get through Spain, and then we've got that momentum building, more and more people will be getting behind the team, it will be getting more coverage on TV if we do start doing well in this tournament. And I think we can do it, I really do. So I'm just going to edge this in favour of England. We'll see when we actually get to the semi-finals in this series by match predictions. I may predict something differently. But for now, before the tournament starts, I'm going for England in that one. As for the other semi-final, France against Germany. Again, you probably won't be surprised to hear that I'm going to go for France on this one. Same reasons as before. They are, in my opinion, the strongest team going into this tournament. They should beat the Germans despite how good the Germans can be on their day. But this team, again, has won every game for over a calendar year. They are very, very strong on a lot of form. And if they've got through all their respective rounds to get to this point, I expect them to beat Germany as well. So, as you've probably guessed, that leaves us with a final of England-France. So, which way am I going to go? And again, if I took my unbiased hat off... Sorry, if I put my unbiased hat on, I would probably go for France to win this. But after everything that happened last year with the men's team, and after the fact that I've already put England to beat Sweden, it's going to be at Wembley. It's going to be a sold-out stadium. There's going to be loads of England fans in. By this point, the whole country is absolutely going to be behind the girls. And what sort of England fan would I be if I predicted England to lose to France in a major final? It wouldn't be right. So I am going to go for England. That is a completely biased prediction, but I'm going to go for England to win the whole thing. And why not? What a summer it would be for them if they did. And that will wrap it up. So hopefully that will give you the wagon wheel. So here it is. This is my wagon wheel. As you see, all the breakdown from all the different leagues feeding in to the eventual final with England getting the win. Like I said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up the league off camera, and then I will put that in the description and the pinned comment of this video so you can get involved as well. As always, please drop a like, consider subscribing, ringing the bell and sharing this around with as many people as possible. We want to get as many people as possible involved in this series. The daily match day predictions will start the day before England's opening game against Austria. So I will see you then, and lastly say thank you very much for watching.